Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. We have Raider Volleyball coming your way here this evening from Madison-Grant High School in Fairmount, Indiana. We appreciate you all for joining us as we have the Wapahani Raiders taking on the Madison-Grant Argylls. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. As we'll get right into things with our East Jackson Auto Sales Raiders Live pregame show here this evening. Wapahani continues their winning way. It's got a big win last night, and hopefully they can continue that here this evening. This university team has really been on a roll, especially here within the past week and a half. Playing some of their best volleyball so far this season. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully we can continue that trend and keep our winning ways going here. And it's really, I don't know if it's necessarily one certain area that we've necessarily gotten better at. It's just, I think the team as a whole is just coming together as a group and just playing their best volleyball right now. We've really been able to string some nice wins together. Granted, you did have a brief hiccup on Saturday morning against Yorktown, but really aside from that, we played great last week. Started out the week on a very high note last night, and like I said, you got two more games to go. You have tonight against Madison-Grant, and then tomorrow night right back at home against Randolph Southern. So the Raiders striving for perfection in second week in a row as far as being able to continue their winning ways here. But you look at Madison-Grant, this has always been a tough volleyball program. They've usually had some very good teams, whether it be at the junior varsity or varsity level, for a number of years now. Now I know the last 2 or 3 years here they've been a little bit more down on their luck, but still, relatively a pretty good team, pretty good program out here. And this is going to be a tough ball game for both the junior varsity and varsity teams here this evening. So we've got to be prepared. We've got to play our A game, and hopefully we can come away with a win. But like I said, from Wapahani's standpoint, we've been able to do a lot correctly. And like I said, I think with experience and as the season has went along here, they've continued to build together as a team and have refined some of the skills and some of the things they've really been working on, and they're reaping the benefits of that from putting in some extra work and really playing some good teams and gaining more and more experience in playing together. And like I said, hopefully that trend will continue here tonight against a Madison-Grant team that's eager to defend their home court. And so we're going to have it all live right here on the WHS Network. Again, we was relatively positive that we was going to be able to come out here and broadcast live here this evening. We had to make sure. And so those of you that are watching, if you want to relay the information to more people you might know that might want to watch us here this evening, we'll have both the junior varsity and varsity games live here this evening. We already put it on our Twitter and Facebook pages, so those are out there on both social media sites. But it's a privilege to have all you all here this evening watching Raider Volleyball here on the WHS Network. So we got tonight's game coming up roughly here in about a minute and a half or so. We'll have tonight's rosters, and then the first serve coming right up right after this break.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Alrighty, Raider Nation, welcome back live here on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. We'll take a look here at tonight's rosters. First and foremost here for your Wapahani Raiders, number 1, Lauren Rich. Number 3, Madeline Rhodes. Number 5, McKenna Goodwin. Number 7, Lena Doherty. Number 8, Addie Hughes. Number 9, Emma Roberts. Number 12, Layla Lee. Number 13, Lauren Luce. Number 15, Kaya Van Note. And number 16, Allie Stanley. So again, that is your Wapahani Raiders, again coached by Caitlin Riddle. So now Madison-Grant will take a look here at their roster, and we'll start off here with number 3, Ella Brummett. Number 4, Maddie Moore. Number 5, Cammie Dedecker. Number 7, Katie Stowers. Number 8, Tori Hyatt. Number 10, Megan Wilson. Number 11, Isabel Hood. Number 13, Brooklyn Justice. Number 15, Lillian Nelson. Number 16, Gabrielle Rudy. Number 18, Melanie Donovan. And number 21, Bree McKibben. Again, Madison-Grant and Wapahani going head-to-head here this evening. And we got it all coming at you live here on the WHS Network. And again, before we get started here tonight, we'd like to recognize some of our sponsors this evening. First and foremost, our pregame show sponsor, East Jackson Auto Sales, located at 3100 East Jackson Street in Muncie, Indiana. Owner Alan Clark and his family-ran dealership have been going strong since 1977 and is known for their honesty and quality pre-owned vehicles that will leave you driving home with a smile on your face and a nice vehicle that you can rely on. For more information, you can check them out on Facebook and also contact them at 765-284-3472. So again, a special thanks there to East Jackson Auto Sales, a proud sponsor of the WHS Network. So again, a little bit of a different camera view here this evening, but we do want to say a special thanks again to Madison-Grant and all their administrators, including a very good friend of ours, Mr. Mike Shuck, for giving us a nice seat in the house here this evening and being able to be allowed to broadcast here again with all the guidelines and everything else when it comes to spectators. Obviously, things are a lot different nowadays than the way we've always used to be accustomed to. But it's nice to be able to bring this game to all of you fine folks out there in Raider Nation. So Lauren Luce to begin tonight's ball game here for your Raiders. Set on there, number 10 Wilson on the attack. Van Note at it there, and it'll be dug out that time. I believe that was number 3, Brummett, just a moment ago. So the Raiders get on the board here for the first time this evening with a 1-0 lead. Handled there by Dedecker. Tipped over and down in play. That'll be a point there for Madison-Grant off of number 10, Megan Wilson's attack. To tie it up at 1, we'll see number 4, Maddie Moore, she was already in the ball game. Actually, it was number 18, Melanie Donovan, now in here for the first time this evening for Madison-Grant. Seeing the serve there was Van Note, set right back to her from loose and a little too strong as the Argylls will take a 2-1 lead. Handled by Rich, now set on the Lee. Again, tipped right into the net. And so a fast start here for the Argylls, already here with a 3-1 lead. Donovan there with an ace for the Argylls. So Rich unable to get there in time to give the Raiders an opportunity there. There's Rich again receiving the serve. Lewis with a set to Lee just a second ago. Head over by Dedecker. Now loose on to Van Note, and that will fall in. So the Raiders with point number 2 here of the evening off the kill from Kaya Van Note. And subbing back in for Madison-Grant will be number 11, Isabel Hood. So Van Note back to serve with the Raiders down by a pair, 4-2 here in the opening set. And that will hit right off the top, so a service error there for the Raiders. Will cost us a point now, 5-2 Madison-Grant with number 5, Cammie Dedecker back there to serve. The ball hit up near the ceiling there and caused a little bit of disruption there. They have a like a netting right there in the middle of the floor, or that would come down in the middle of the floor, but nonetheless it hit that. Everyone had to kind of change direction there, caught us off guard. So now 6-3 after the Raiders able to come away with a point right there, and now number 12, Layla Lee back to serve. Handled there by Hood. And the Argylls will get it over. Van Note to Luce. Now on the Rich. Set over by Moore. Now Van Note. Not a very good set, but actually the pass went over the net, and luckily the Argylls mishandled that one. And Wapahani will now take the opportunity here and can now get back within 2.
Point Argylls.
So now back to serve. That'll be number 10, Megan Wilson here of Madison-Grant, handled by Lee. Luce will set it on the roads.
Point Argylls.
And not quite what the Raiders were looking for right there. Back down by 4. And Doherty neglected from taking that one right there, and Lee thought it was going to be in bounds, so probably a good idea that she did take that ball, because that more than likely would have landed in A side of the way. Set on the Rich left side. That's going to be deflected out of bounds. So a point back to Wapahani. So Lena Doherty now back to serve. Again with the Raiders down by 4, 9-5. And tipped in the net. That will be off the hand of number 7, Katie Stowers of the Argylls. So a mistake right there will get the Raiders back within 3 at 9-6. Just to have Doherty back to serve. On the attack there, that was number 7, Stowers. Well-handled ball, and that one will fall in. Again here for Wapahani as they once again get back within 2 points. Let's see if we can get over the hurdle here a little bit and tie this thing up and hopefully establish a lead. Seeing the serve, that was Dedecker. Now on the attack is Stowers. Doherty now loose. Was trying to tip it over the net, and that's going to be a 4-hit call here on the Raiders. And now we'll see a substitution now, number 2. Bree McKibben. She's supposed to be number 21, so apologize there for that. So Bree McKibben now in the ball game. And the Raiders again on the attack right there was Lauren Rich. So 10-8 now, Madeline Rhodes back to serve. Soft touch over the net, beautifully placed by Kaya Van Note. To now get Wapahani within 1. Again, here in the opening set of this evening's matchup here from Madison-Grant High School and Fairmount, Indiana.
Point Argylls.
Handled by Rhodes. Loose. Will set it to Rich. Now on over to Van Note, and again didn't quite get the flick of the wrist by Van Note. So again, Madison-Grant pushes forward here by 3. Solid pass there from Rhodes. Rich there on the attack. And not much communication thereafter on behalf of Madison-Grant. So the Raiders will take that point right away from them now. After a 2-point Argyle lead, we have Lauren Rich back to serve. Blocked by Lee. And they're going to say that was a 4-hit call here on Madison-Grant. So the Raiders will take that one. Looked to me like it was blocked, but evidently not. And that's going to be an ace for Lauren Rich. And so that will now tie it up at 12. Set on here to D-Decker. She'll get it over. There's Rhodes with a dig. Loose. Will set it to Rich. Dug that time by number 10, Wilson. Van Note now to Loose. Set to Lee. And that will get the Raiders point number 13. So they now lead for the first time since 1-0 to open up the ball game. And that looked like that had been heading out of bounds, so thankful for number 10 Wilson there, Madison-Grant, that she went ahead and took that one. So an ace for Rich and a 2-point lead for Wapahani. And Madison-Grant will get it over. Rhodes. Loose. Now on to Lee. Dug that time by number 4, Maddie Moore. And hit into the net. That's number 5, Cammie D-Decker. So the Raiders on a little bit of a roll here. 6 unanswered. 15-12 lead. We'll step aside here for a break during the timeouts. Again, this will be our Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership game break. Alrighty, folks, welcome back out of the timeout. Here again, it's Wapahani 15, Madison-Grant 12 here in set number 1 of the evening. Great hustle there from Rich, but unable to get there in the nick of time. So now 15-13 with number 23 now in the ball game. Again, she is not on our roster sheet, unfortunately. Not sure exactly why, especially considering we're at the home school. I don't know why she wouldn't be on the roster sheet here unless if they changed some numbers up on me. Which that could have happened. And Lee will hit that one in the net, and now we're squared away again here at 15. 3-0 run put together here by the Argylls. Gotta make sure stay tuned in later on. We'll have this evening's varsity action live here from Madison-Grant High School. Should be a great one here. Wapahani coming into tonight's ball game 10-1. Madison-Grant at 9-6. Both off to very good starts to their seasons. Set on to Lee, dug out there, and nobody able to get there in time. You got the ball right on the net. And so the Raiders will take advantage here now, 16 of 15 with McKenna Goodwin in here for Lauren Rich. And Lauren Luce now back to serve. Tipped over, but then was handled quickly there off the stuffing from a combination of Doherty and Lee. Look at the serve there from Luce. Had some nice diving action right there. Rhodes with the dig set up. Doherty with the tip over the net. And a little free ball action here. Rhodes will set it on up to Van Note. Nothing there. Didn't use that opportunity very good. And Doherty unable to keep it in bounds. Still like, the job they did right there. And just being able to be a distraction, get the deflection right there, just didn't pan out for us. So number 18, Melanie Donovan, back to serve here for Madison-Grant. Again, I know it's a little bit further on that other side of the court, but where we are on the in the stands here with as far as broadcast and where we set our camera up at, that was about all we can afford to do here. So number 11, Hood back in, and now back to serve will be Kaya Van Note. And nearly a big miscommunication there. Great hustle from Goodwin, and the Raiders will be caught with a 2-hit call. So solid job by the Raiders. Nearly was able to come away with at least something over the net after the great hustle there from Goodwin on the dig. Van Note there from the back row skips that one off the top of the net, and well executed. Obviously not something that she tried to do, but really worked out rather well there for Kaya and the Raiders. As we'll have a substitution here, number 1, Lauren Rich will return to action here for Goodwin, and now Layla Lee back to serve. Tipped over and down in play. That's going to be number 3, Ella Brummett of Madison-Grant. So 19-18. Wapahani with number 10, Megan Wilson, back to serve. Set to Lee is there. She'll get it across. Now Brummett on the attack. Looked to possibly been a little too strong, but the Raiders will get it over. Brummett again. There's Luce, sets it, and just mistiming there from Rich. Between Rich and Luce, and that will now tie it right back up, this time at 19. So it's been a close one majority of the way through. And Luce tried to dig it out of the net right there off that deflection, but unfortunately didn't work out. So Wapahani now in a 1-point deficit here to Madison-Grant here in set number 1. We'll go ahead and stick right here with you during the timeout. Again, this will be our Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership game break. I'd like to thank Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership, owned by Randy Stoops and located at 4055 West Clare Lane in Muncie, Indiana. Stoops has a wide variety of brand new and pre-owned vehicles of quality brand names. So if you have an interest in a vehicle, like to know more information about one, you can contact Stoops at 765-288-1903 and visit their online website at stoopsauto.com. Again, their hours are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And they're also open Saturday from 8 to 4. So again, that is Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC dealership. Stoops is driven to be the best. So it's Madison-Grant 20, Wapahani 19 here in set number 1. got to get it rolling. Obviously, you start winding down this set right here. You don't want to play from behind there as Lauren Rich. It's a big point there for the Raiders. Finding the far back left corner. To tie it up here at 20, we'll have Lena Doherty back to serve. Handled there by Hood. And that was Brummett. Soft touch right there into the net. A big mistake there for the Argylls as the Raiders look to take advantage here, now up by 1. And that's going to be in there for an ace for Doherty. And the Raiders now have revamped their luck and got back to the winning side here now, 22-20. Still got a few more points to go. But you like the position you're in now in the driver's seat. Set up there, and that will be enough there for number 7, Katie Stowers, to collect the kill and get the Argylls back within 1. Now is number 2, Bree McKibben, back in for the Argylls, and now serving will be number 4, Maddie Moore. Doherty's right there, now set on the lead. Handled that time by Moore. And Brummett unable to do anything with that set from Stowers. So another crucial point scored there for Wapahani. We have Madeline Rhodes back to serve. 23-21. And Luce just tips it right over the net. Great decision right there, and an even better finish. And what is now set point here for Wapahani. McKibben there on the attack. There's Lee to dig it out. Loose sets it to Van Note. Dug that time by number 10, Wilson. And that's going to be deflected out of bounds off of Wapahani. So Madison-Grant still in this thing, down by 2. And they will have number 3, Ella Brummett, back to serve. An unfortunate way to end it there if you're Madison-Grant, but Wapahani very happy with the result, as they are now up 1-0 with a 25-22 first set victory over the Madison-Grant Argylls. So folks, we'll step aside here for a break. Again, we'll have your second set of action live here on the WHS Network, so please don't go anywhere. We'll have more Raider volleyball right after this break.
Hi, it's Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. I want to give you a message about our mission statement. Enriching lives by helping people find their next home. It's short, it's quick, it's to the point, and it's what we do. If I can help in any way, call me direct, 765-749-4546.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Again, I'm Brandon Morgilius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, as we're just about set to begin set number 2 here of the evening. Very successful start to the ball game here tonight for Wapahani, already with a 1-0 lead at 25-22. Again, was out to a 1-0 start to begin the night, and then it was really Madison-Grant there for a good while until about midway through the first set, and then Wapahani was, I wouldn't necessarily say in firm command, because Madison-Grant did tie it up a couple different times, but still relatively was in more of the driver's seat throughout the rest of the entirety of the first set, as Kaya Van Noot will get the Raiders on the board here in set number 2 with a kill, and the substitution now in here will be number 11, Isabel Hood, for the Argylls, and now back to serve will be number 13, Lauren Luce. Only if it worked out that nicely every time. That's going to be an ace there for Lauren Luce. And a passing error there by the Argylls, and dug themselves a little bit of a hole here early. 3-0 start here for Wapahani. It's a great thing. Hopefully we can keep it rolling here. And Luce will serve that one out of bounds. So 3-1 now the score, with number 5, Cammie Dedecker, back to serve. Handled by Goodwin. I guess I should say mishandled there, unfortunately, there by Goodwin. It's now 3-2. An ace for Dedecker, and again, she'll still be back to serve. There was Goodwin, now set on the roads on the attack, and the Raiders will get point number 4. Great ball right there, real nice setup from Luce, and solid job there by Rhodes to finish off that one right there, with Van Noot back to serve. Goodwin to Luce on the lead. Again, just a soft touch over the net there, not anything big time. Got the deflection, but just didn't get it up in the air. So the Argylls will take advantage right there now, 4-3. Number 7, Katie Stowers back in for the Argylls, and now number 10, Wilson, back to serve. Mishandled by Goodwin, an ace for the Argylls, Megan Wilson. So we're all even at 4. Again, Wapahani looking to continue their winning ways here. They've really gotten off to a strong start to their season. Talking about the junior varsity, obviously the varsity has as well, but the junior varsity has really been playing some much better volleyball. You know, they had a little bit of a rough 2-game stretch there against Yorktown and Jay County a couple weeks ago, but they didn't let themselves, fall into old habits or kind of feel bad for themselves. They got after it, and really ever since then, they've been on a roll. They've been playing some outstanding volleyball, and hopefully that will continue the rest of the way throughout the rest of the season here. It's been a fairly good start here tonight, as the Raiders in a list of issues right there, as the Argylls will take point number 6 here on the night now. Number 2, Bree McKibben, back in for Madison-Grant, and now serving will be number 4, Maddie Moore. Set to Lee from Luce. Again, that was a back row attack. Worked out well there, skipped it off the top of the net and down in play. Argylls not able to react in time, so Madeline Rhodes serving. Shanked off there to the right side. Gives Stowers enough there to get it back over. Now Rich on the attack, and in the net is Lauren Rich. And the Argylls will retake the lead now at 7-6. And number 3, Ella Brummett back to serve. And I think that would have been 4 hits either way. But a point there for your Raiders, now tied it up at 7 again. Here now we'll have Lauren Rich back to serve. See if the Raiders can go on a little bit of a run right here. See if we can rattle off maybe 5 or 6 in a row. Put Madison-Grant into a little bit of a situation that they're not very comfortable in here. And so we can take advantage here as Van Note sneaks it inside the line. And the Raiders push back ahead now 8-7. Again, we'll have Lauren Rich back to serve. So that was Maddie Moore. Tipped it over the net, mishandled from Lena Doherty, and tie ball game once again here in set number 2. Again, it's been fairly close, pretty much a good majority of the ball game. Like I said, Wapahani was able to push a little bit ahead there in the first set towards the end, but then even at that point, Madison-Grant did come back and tied it up late, and then took a 1-point lead, but then Wapahani took care of business from there following the timeout. So luckily we was able to pull away that first set win. We'll have McKenna Goodwin back in to the Raider rotation and now back to serve. That's going to be blocked by Van Note, and the Raiders take advantage. Wilson gets it over. There's Rhodes loose on the lead. And they're going to get called with 2 hits, and indeed they will. Nicely done right there. Fantastic serve from Goodwin, laying out for that one, and the Raiders will get it over. Nice job there on all avenues there from Goodwin, Luce, and Lee. Tipped over. There's Rhodes now laying out for one to Van Note. Dug out there by Rivero. Luce now on over to the left side there to Van Note. And Luce unable to get it up in the air just a little bit more to get it over the net.
Substitution number 18, Donovan.
So number 18, Melanie Donovan, back to serve here for the Argylls. Again with the Raiders ahead by a pair at 11-9. On the attack there, that was Brummett. Or, excuse me, that was D-Decker. And that will be a kill for number 10, Megan Wilson, of Madison-Grant, just in front of the outstretched hands of Madeline Rhodes. So now back to a 1-point lead. Set the lead, mishandled, and Madison-Grant will get it over, just out of bounds. A point there belongs to Wapahani with number 11. Isabel Hood back in for the Argylls. Now Lauren Luce back to serve. Again, the Wapahani Raiders looking to expand this lead, and that's a good way to start right there after the service ace from Lauren Luce. More there, the set up there to Wilson just a second ago. Now Van Note on the attack. Let's see what the Raiders can do right here. Set on to Rhodes. Now a dig out. Now Van Note to Luce to Lee. And back and forth we go. That's a solid job there by Goodwin after not knowing who was going to take it. Goodwin finally stepped up right there and said, I'll just take it for myself. And luckily she did, because after that, it was bad news there for the Argylls. And that was deflected out of bounds. A point there for Madison-Grant to now dwindle that lead back to 3. It'll be number 5, Cammie D. Decker back to serve. And that's out of bounds. Gotta say that hasn't happened too often. I don't even know if we've even had a serving error from either side so far. Maybe one or two, but that's a big if. Gotta credit both teams really doing a solid job keeping the ball in play, as Brummett hits that one well out of bounds. And Wapahani now out to the largest lead here of the ball game at 5, 16-11. Handled by Wilson, set on to Brummett, and another one hit out of bounds. So I look for Madison-Grant to take a timeout, I would think. I guess they're going to stay put with where they're at. Moore will set it up to Wilson. There's Rhodes. Loose, set to Rich. Flacked up in the air. Good ball to handle there. Now Wilson again back at it. Rich in attack mode. Will get it to fall in. Just a soft touch over the net, and now Madison-Grant will take a timeout as the Raiders in command and continuing to build on that lead, 18-11 here in set number 2. We'll step aside for a break. Again, this is our Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership game break.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All right, folks, welcome back here again following the timeout. Again, it's Wapahani 18, Madison-Grant 11. Both teams back out on the floor and ready to go here. Van Note was back there to serve just a moment ago. Brummett, as Goodwin digs it out. Loose sets it on the Rhodes. And we'll free ball action here, and I guess just in the right in the middle of the open hole in the defense there for Wapahani. Not sure where the breakdown was there, other than just a lack of communication. Goodwin handles the serve, set on to Rich. And that's going to be deflected, but out of bounds. So Rich with the kill. At a 19-12 lead now, with number 7, Lana Doherty, returning to the Raider rotation. We'll have Layla Lee back to serve. Stowers there on the attack. Lead will dig it out. Set to Doherty. And now Wilson digs it again. Brummett now with a soft touch over the net. Wilson unable to get there in time off of the attack from Lauren Rich. And the Raiders now just 5 points away from taking the brooms out and sweeping the Argylls here this evening. Brummett gets it over. There's Lee loose on the Doherty, and that one will fall in. Landon Doherty kills it, and really killing the chances here of the Argylls here. You find themselves now down by 9. Big time hole to dig yourself out of, especially late in this set and late in the ball game. Hopefully the Raiders can, like I said, just keep the pedal to the metal here, and Lee gets it over there. Nothing special, just passed it over the net. And Madison-Grant again was caught off guard and will be forced to take another timeout. And we'll go ahead and stick right here with you. Some other sponsors we'd like to thank here this evening. I'd like to thank the Liberty Prairie Alumni Association, which includes President Richard Morris. Liberty Prairie Alumni Association serves as the Wapahani Center and Selma High School alumni. Make sure to visit their online website at www.libertyprairiealumni.com. To get information on any events and to purchase any Wapahani-related items on their web store. Also to purchase any engraved bricks for the Alumni Brick Walkway just in front of Wapahani High School. You can simply fill out a form, which is on the homepage of the alumni website. So again, I greatly appreciate the Liberty Prairie Alumni Association for their sponsorship of us here on the WHS Network. 22-12, Wapahani here in the second set, just 3 points away from a sweep of the Argylls here this evening. Then the second set has been much better here for the Raiders, mostly back and forth throughout the first set. And the Raiders were able to pull away late. So now 22-13 now with number 2 McKibben back in, and now serving will be number 4 Maddie Moore. Van Note to loose, set on here to Rhodes. That will be blocked, but out of bounds. So the Raiders are very lucky right there because there was nobody back there. That ball stayed in bounds. Moore with a set to Stowers. Got the deflection there from Doherty. Now set on to Rich. The home run ball there is that one will head out of bounds. Again, we stand here at 23-14 Wapahani, set number 2 of the evening. And Wapahani already won the first set 25-22, and Rich again with a big time kill, and here we are at match point. Rich will be back to serve. 24-14 Wapahani. Dug out there from Brummett now. That was McKibben on the attack, loose on the Doherty. There's Moore again. D-Decker now. Rhodes digs it loose, sets it up to Van Note, and out of bounds. So the Argylls are hanging in there. Again, still down by 9 and will remain match point for a good while. But hopefully your Wapahani Raiders can end it right here. And how about that? Both sets ending tonight off of a service error. The first set ended that way, and obviously the second set here, and the Raiders will win it in a little bit of unorthodox fashion right there. You don't see too many games end in a service error like that, especially back-to-back sets. But hey, the Raiders will take it, and they continue their winning ways here tonight with a big victory over Madison-Grant as we just keep on winning here and keep getting better. And this is a fun group to watch, fun group to broadcast for, and I'm happy that they're being able to to not only play their season but be successful. These girls work hard in the gym each and every practice, and you're reaping the benefits here on the court by how hard they're practicing. So it's working out well for us, and hopefully we can keep it going tomorrow night. Again, as your Wapahani Raiders will be back at home to take on Randolph Southern. Again, that'll be a JV start time of 6 o'clock and the varsity game to follow. So again, we sure do appreciate you all for joining us here for this junior varsity matchup, again, between your Wapahani Raiders and the Madison-Grant Argylls. We'll have the varsity broadcast coming up here in just a little while, roughly here in about 15 to 20 minutes from now will be the start of that broadcast, so make sure to click on that when the time comes. But again, we appreciate you all for joining us, and we'll see you just here in a little while live here on the WHS Network.
They got the iron, well, I got the steamer.